started this one on a ridge full of pines with a single question: how do you make a home this refined without ever shutting the forest out? The land came first, a high shoulder of mountain, pines against the sky, a valley opening soft and blue below. I didn't want to flatten any of it, so I kept the house low and long and let it settle into the slope the way the old trees do. The cladding is dark timber, close to wet bark, so from a distance the walls disappear into the trees, then warm cedar at the entry and soffits, where a hand actually lands. That's quiet luxury to me. Dark and quiet from afar, warm up close, nothing shouting. The approach gives the house away first. A gravel drive curls in along the contour, and the ground opens to a long stone terrace cut into the hillside. A pool runs right to the edge, the water spilling off toward the treetops, and below it a sunken fire pit ringed with built-in seating, the one place the whole valley is yours at the end of a day. A pergola lays soft bars of shade across the table beside it. By nightfall, from the valley below, the house is just a few quiet squares of gold in the dark mass of the trees. The only thing it ever asks you to notice. The mountains are the art, the pines, the wallpaper. Everything I built is just the frame that holds them still. Let me take you in, where the house meets the open air. This room has no fourth wall. It opens straight onto the pool and the drop into the trees, which meant it had to work outdoors and feel indoors at the same time. So I anchored it with a full stone fireplace, floor to beam, because stone is the one material that feels warm in the morning and still holds heat into a cold evening. Around it I built a deep sectional in oatmeal-linen, the kind you sink into with wet hair after a swim, and a low timber table solid enough to put your feet on. The light changes the whole purpose of the room across a day. Late morning, it's a shaded place to eat out of the sun, the pool throwing ripples across the underside of the timber ceiling. By evening, the fire does the work, and the tree line goes from green to black while you stay warm in the glow. I tucked the grill into the stone surround, so cooking out here never feels like a separate chore station. You're still in the room, still in the conversation, just turning something over the heat. If I had one evening to sell you on this whole house, it would be this one. The fire low, the water dark and still, the valley somewhere below you in the dark. You wouldn't reach for a single light switch. Indoors, the house drops its voice and folds inward. The first thing I think about in a bedroom is what my eyes land on before I'm fully awake. Here, I set the bed to face the glass, so the first thing you meet in the morning is the mountain and the early sky, not a wall or a television. I sleep better in a room that gives me somewhere to look. I kept the palette low and warm. Oatmeal, sand, a wood the color of honey, and layered a heavy knit throw at the foot of the bed for the mornings the air comes in cold off the ridge. The cove light above runs warm and dim, the kind that's already half on before you reach for a switch, so waking never feels abrupt. In the corner, a hanging chair sits right in the path of the sun. That's where I take my coffee, turn toward the trees, feet up, in no hurry to start. Here's the choice I keep coming back to, and I'd love to know where you land. Would you rather wake to a wall of open mountain like this, or to a quieter, more enclosed room that holds you in? I went with the view, but I understand the people who want the cocoon. The bed is the calm center of the house, the place every other room is designed to send you back to. Up under the roof, the ceiling follows the pitch of the rafters, and a long skylight is cut into the slope so the room fills with light from above. I put the bath here, in the highest, quietest part of the house, because a room you retreat to should feel a little removed from everything else. The walls are travertine, a stone full of small pits and soft veining that holds warmth and never feels cold underfoot. The light moves across it all day, sharp and white at noon through the skylight, then long and amber by late afternoon, when the grain of the timber overhead starts to glow. There's a walk-in shower behind glass and a double vanity in oak, but the piece I care about most is the chaise by the window. Most people wouldn't put a daybed in a bathroom. I wanted somewhere to sit after a long soak and let the heat leave you slowly, wrapped in a towel, watching the trees, instead of rushing straight back into the day. That's the whole point of this room. Somewhere the heat leaves you by degrees, and you stay a few minutes longer than you meant to. I once watched someone get ready in a cramped, dim corner every morning, hunting for one shoe in the dark, and I never forgot how much that small daily friction wore on them. So I gave this house a proper room for it. It's a calm room, not a flashy one. Warm white throughout, oak drawers, soft light built into the open wardrobes, so you can actually see color before you commit to it. The center island holds the things you reach for daily, with a bench to sit and fasten a shoe without balancing on one foot. The one indulgence is the mirror, a tall, softly curved shape with light run behind its edge, so your reflection is lit evenly instead of carved into shadow by a hard overhead bulb. A low chandelier hangs above the island, beaded glass catching the daylight from the side. This is the quietest kind of luxury to me. Not more clothes, just an unhurried few minutes at the start of a day, in a room that makes an ordinary task feel considered. This room faces the morning light, and in autumn that light comes in low and gold through the big windows, washing right across the table. I designed the whole space around that 1 hour. A long light oak table runs the length of the windows, with a bench on one side so the seating never blocks the view out. Low bookshelves line the wall instead of upper cabinets, full of cookbooks, paperbacks, things you actually pull down. There's a teapot and a couple of cups left out, because this is where the day starts slowly, before anyone needs anything from you. Here's something I went back and forth on, and I'm curious what you'd do. Would you keep books in a room where you eat, or does mixing the two feel wrong to you? I love it, a meal and something to read in the same warm light. But I know plenty of people who'd want the dining table kept clear. By the time the cups are empty, the light has climbed the wall and the day has properly begun. From those low, intimate rooms, the house opens all at once into its tallest space. This is the heart of the whole design, a double height room walled and roofed in glass, dropped right into the pines, so you cook and eat with the forest standing around you on every side and the sky directly overhead. The bet here was simple and a little risky. Put the most used room of the house inside a glass box in the trees. A room this exposed could feel like a fishbowl. The answer is warmth underneath all that glass. Heavy timber framing, a long island topped in honed stone, plants hung through the upper beams, so the green outside and the green inside meet in the middle. The island carries the range, and a second long oak table sits beside it with leather sling chairs. Room enough for a whole table of friends on a long evening, the kind where dinner turns into hours and nobody checks the time. When the light goes and the glass turns to black mirror, the forest drops away and the room glows like a lantern in the trees. This is the room I built the house around. I think you can judge a house by how much care goes into the room nobody photographs. So I gave the laundry and mudroom the same materials as the rest of the home. Warm wood cabinetry, a stone and timber counter, a skylight overhead, and a glass door straight out to a small planted courtyard. The washer and dryer sit under the counter, so folding happens at standing height in good daylight, next to a window full of green instead of in a dark basement corner. Open shelves hold folded linens and stacked towels where you can see them. Baskets tuck away the mess you don't want on show, and a deep sink takes the jobs the rest of the house shouldn't have to. A jute runner softens the floor underfoot. The garden door is the part that changes everything. You come in from outside, drop muddy boots and a wet coat here, and the house stays clean past this point. But you're doing it in a room full of light and plants, not a utility closet. A working room can still be somewhere you don't mind standing. That's really the thread through this whole home, from the open terrace to this quiet corner by the garden. Every room earns its care, even the ones that just work hard. I wanted a house that's beautiful where you live and considered where you labor. outside again where the whole home started. From out here, the house settles back into the ridge. If one room made you picture yourself living there, tell me which in the comments. It's how I decide what to design next. Every home on this channel is its own concept. I'll see you there.